Good evening, OCPS families. My name is Kelly Balone. I am the Program Coordinator for Family and Community Engagement, and I would like to warmly welcome you to this Parent Academy focused on CTE options for seniors and parents. Whether you're joining us live this evening or watching the recording at a later time, we are so glad you are here. Tonight's session is designed to help high school seniors and their families explore career and technical education pathways, including industry certifications and post-secondary options available right here in our community. But before we begin, let's do a little tech check. If you can hear us clearly, please give us a thumbs up using the reaction feature in the chat. Awesome. Great. I'm so glad you can hear us. I wanted to let you know to enable the closed captions or translations, you can click the CC button and select your preferred language. And while you're in the chat, please let us know which school you're joining us from tonight. We love seeing our OCPS schools represented. If you're watching later, no worries. This session is being recorded and will be shared on the OCPS Families YouTube channel. Oh, I see Innovation High School's here. Hi, Ruth. The link is in the chat now, and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're alerted when this session next week. It'll be perfect for reviewing the information or sharing it with another family who may benefit. Tonight's topic is CTE options for seniors and parents. We're pleased to be joined with Scott Weidel, who will share information and insights on career and technical education opportunities available to high school seniors and their families. This session is designed to help students and parents learn about the wide range of programs and industry-recognized certifications offered through Orange Technical College, with campuses located throughout Orlando. Families will gain valuable information about hands-on training options, program pathways, and how career and technical education can support students as they transition from high school to post-secondary education or even the workforce. All right, Scott, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I'm happy to be here with you tonight to give you an introduction to Orange Technical College. We offer a lot. And so what I'd like to encourage you to do is if you have questions, you don't have to wait. Go ahead and throw them in the chat. And Miss Ballone's going to go ahead and she's going to raise those questions so we can get you those answers right away. So let's try to make this as interactive as possible. So again, my name is Scott Weidel. I'm the Senior Director, which is the principal of Orange Technical College West Campus, which is a brand new campus now located in Ocoee. All right, so the West Campus is by far the only campus that Orange Technical College has to offer. We have 7 in total that spans the furthest reaches of the north, east, south, and west of Orange County. As you can see on the screen here, we have an Avalon campus, which is off of South Crown Hill Boulevard in the east, which is very close to Bithlo. We also have an Apopka campus, which is located in the South Apopka area. We also have a new campus, which is in Eatonville, which is beside Hungerford Elementary. Very excited to bring that new campus online. We also have a brand new campus that just opened in August, which is our OTC East campus, which is located right beside University High School. Then we also have our main campus, which is beside our district office in downtown Orlando. And our largest campus that we offer is our OTC South campus, which is off of West Oak Ridge Road by the Millennium Mall. And then, of course, the West Campus, as I mentioned, which is now located in Ocoee. You may remember us as being located in Winter Garden. We have now moved 3 miles north to Ocoee.
Mr.
All
Weidel,
right,
before you jump in on that one, we do have a question in the chat.
absolutely.
One of our parents is saying that their son is a junior at Innovation High School with an IEP, and they're interested in technical school after graduating.
Absolutely. So Orange Technical College not only caters to dual enrollment students, but also adult students. So that's no problem at all. If you have an IEP or a 504, we honor that, and that's actually a part of the enrollment process. So whether you join us as a dual enrollment student or an adult student, meaning after high school, we'd love to have you. So here's a term that you may or may not be aware of, which is career certificate. So a career certificate is something that is not degreed. Okay, so the niche that Orange Technical College fills is we specialize in non-degreed programs. Not everything requires a degree. So it might be silly. It is silly if you go and obtain a degree for something that does not require a degree, right? So while you can absolutely start by obtaining a career certificate, you absolutely can go to Valencia or UCF or any four-year college of your choosing to further your career. But our niche are those career certificate programs. So let's talk about some of those benefits. Number one, it expands on your skill set. We specialize in hands-on learning. If you look at the name of our college, Orange Technical College, technical means hands-on. So your head will not be stuck in a book. The majority of your learning at Orange Technical College is hands-on. Another differentiator for Orange Technical College is that you can earn industry certifications in every single program that we offer. So, what an industry certification is, it's a credential that says, hey, I've learned this set of hands-on skills, and here's this piece of paper that shows that I've gone through rigorous training, and it's something that you can put on a resume. So we're very happy to offer those. And so another benefit is the length. Whereas a four-year degree obviously is 4 years, or an associate's at 2 years, many of our programs, they start at just a couple months long, upwards of maybe 2 months or even a month and a half, to around a year in length. So the length of time is a benefit. You get your focused career training, then you get out, and then you can join the workforce, or you can continue your training at Valencia, UCF, or any college of your choice. And then lastly, graduates can earn future college credits. So at Orange Technical College, we have an articulation agreement with Valencia College where you can earn as few as 3 articulation credits, up to I think the highest is 24 credits. So you talk about saving time and saving money. Those articulation credits are very important to be able to offer those and have our students take advantage of them. Okay, YOTC, you've got it right there on your screen. So Orange Technical College is offered right in our backyard of Orange Tech or of OCPS, right? So Orange Technical College is a part of OCPS. We have flexibility. We have 7 campuses. We span just about everywhere where you can think about within Orange County. Again, we talked about the time. Many of our programs are completed in a year or less. And the cost. One thing that I want everybody to know is because we are a Florida public technical college, and because of that, the tuition rates are $2.92 an hour, right? So there are other institutions that are private technical colleges. And the one thing that I want you to look at is the price. whereas a typical class for us, and of course it ranges, right? So let's say, for instance, the cosmetology program that I offer at my campus cost about $5,500. And if you go to a private institution, it could cost you anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 to come out with the exact same credential. So that is cost is absolutely a factor. And then another one that is worth mentioning is our staff. So uh, this is true career training. And so everybody that we hire to teach our classes has to come from the industry that they worked in, that we're going to prepare our students for. So if you like to cook, that's not enough to become a culinary arts chef at our college. You have to be a credentialed chef with industry experience. So that is worth noting. Okay, so now we're going to run through some of the programs, all of the programs that all of our Orange Technical College programs offer. So first, we're going to start off with our Avalon campus, which is out east near the Bithlo area. I will not read them off there, but I will tell you that our Avalon campus is a medical school. So every program that we offer at our Avalon campus is medically based. In addition to that, we offer GED and ESOL classes for those who are looking to improve their English speaking skills. Now, our East Campus, which is located beside University High School, it is our IT and digital arts program. So you can see that there's a real nice array there of those IT programs and those digital arts offerings. Our main campus is located in downtown Orlando, and that is another medical school that we have. And some of the marquee programs that we offer there would be our surgical technology program. And then another one is our licensed practical nursing program. Those are some of the two probably better known ones. But as you can see on the screen, that we also offer more programs than that we're very proud to offer. Now, our South Campus is our largest campus, so we do offer the most amount of programs. So for the South Campus, you'll see a large number of them. But on the first screen here, you can see that we offer a number of manufacturing programs and transportation-based programs. So I'll go ahead and scroll to the next screen. Continued on there, so you can see also some more IT related programs. When it says enterprise desktop, that is an IT program. Then there's also some construction based programs, as you can see, electricity there, and then the digital arts programs, digital cinema, digital media, digital photography. And then continuing on, you can see a number of manufacturing programs, and then they have fundamental food service skills programs, which is culinary arts as well. And you can see HVAC on the screen, lodging operations. And then lastly, finishing up with some more of the welding and culinary arts type programs. All right, last but not least, we have the West Campus, which has two, what we call them as career clusters. And those two career clusters that we offer are construction-based programs, and we have cosmetology. So you can see the array of programs that we have there. There's two of them that I also want to point out to you, which we are very proud of. The first one is called Specialized Career Instruction Comprehensive. And then the other one, which is similar, which would be your Build Your Future program. Build Your Future is a partnership that we have with UCF, and that program specializes in career training opportunities for students with intellectual disabilities, where students spend half of their day in one of our CTE programs. And then the second half of the day, we work on employability skills. And then our specialized career instruction comprehensive program is similar, except for we open that one up to students with all other disabilities. And so that is a wonderful opportunity for any student with disabilities to have now an avenue for career training where they get the exact same training in the exact same classroom as any other student to prepare them for a career in industry, and then also to gain with a special emphasis on those employability skills that all employers are really looking for. So,
Mr.
because
Weidel,
we
before
are a
you jump
college,
onto financial aid, I'm sorry. We do have
please,
another, we actually have a student in the chat that has a question for us, which I'm so excited that
awesome.
we have a student here with us. It's Brianna, and she's graduating from University High School this year. She's interested in the medical assistance in the main campus. She's inquiring about what her next step is and when she can register.
Absolutely. Hey, Brianna, I'm glad that you are. So you are a graduating senior. Congratulations on your upcoming graduation. We do have next steps here on the screen that I'm going to point you towards. So hang on for another couple slides because it's going to very directly speak to, and in fact, this is actually the first part of the registration process. So let me jump into that. And then Brianna, I want you to jump back into the chat if your direct questions were not answered, okay? So when you go to register, every student goes through our financial aid department. So some people don't even know what they qualify for. So we will have you fill out a FAFSA form, an application. Then you're going to meet with our financial aid staff that will walk you through what you're eligible for. And then not only that, let's say if you do not qualify for Pell assistance, which is the predominant assistance, financial aid that we that is offered through the federal government. We also work with some other what we call third-party agencies, such as Orange County Government and Career Source, where there may be some other programs that you are available for. And while we're on that page, I just want to point out something that is a bit of a misconception, very much a misconception, is that Orange Technical College is a college. Okay. You'll hear the mantra from maybe some people, hey, not everybody's cut out for college. So, go learn a trade. Well, we are a college. If you come to Orange Technical College, you absolutely are a college student. When you come here, even as a dual enrollment student, you are starting your college transcripts. So it is very important to start your college career off if you are a dual enrollment student by taking it super seriously, because you don't want that to affect any other possibilities down the road. We are a post-secondary institution, so I thought that that was worth mentioning. So Brianna, let's talk about the admissions process. Okay, so first thing that you're going to do is you're going to complete a registration application, and I will tell you here before too long that application is going to be open. Now, Brianna, right now at your school, you have what's called a career specialist, and that career specialist has access to an application for high school students who want to declare their interest for a post-secondary program after high school, right? So what I want you to do is find your career specialist and say, hey, Mr. Weidel, the senior director at OTC West Campus, said that there is an application that I can fill out now. And so we actually have a pipeline that will give you your register, that will give you almost like a priority because you're already within OCPS. So you can get some of those steps started now, okay? So you're gonna, but anybody coming through as an adult student, meaning after high school, that there is a registration process. There are some government issued ID that you will have to submit. Every program there is what's called a CASAS goals exam that you're going to take. Everybody takes. It's not a pass or fail by any means. And then there's an orientation video that orients you to the different parts of Orange Technical College, just so you get to know more about us as an institution. So now it jumps into our dual enrollment option. The state of Florida says that not every one of our career and technical education programs is actually available for dual enrollment, but every program that is, we absolutely offer as a dual enrollment option. And you can see on the list there that it's quite an array of programs that and I see the comments coming. So Miss Balone, if you want to stop me, please do, because I want to make sure we get those questions answered. But you can see the programs on the screen.
Yeah,
That
I've been putting in the chat some of the information that you've shared. The college and career counselor over at University High School's contact information to help Brianna out with that. But we do have another question in the chat. One of a parent is asking that her son is graduating from University High School. So we have a lot of representatives from university here, and
awesome.
he'd like to do HVAC. We live in East Orlando. So which campus would be the closest that offers HVAC to that East Orlando side?
Great question. And that would be our South Campus, which is off of Oak Ridge Road. That would by far be the closest campus for that program.
I'll try to put that information in the chat too, the South Campus. Um, and then we have another person. I don't know if this is something that you can answer or have a ballpark, but a
Sure.
person is asking about what documents would they need to bring to register, and then if you know a cost of a nursing, getting into maybe a nursing career.
Gotcha. I do not know that one offhand, but I will tell you that if you go to our website, which is orangetechcollege.net, there is, I believe that there is an admissions tab, and it will walk you through some of that information. And then there is also a document on there. There should be. I'm pretty darn sure that there is that when it talks about the fees and costs, there should be one that's broken down by program that also tells you whether it's for our nursing programs, HVAC, or any of them. It will tell you, and it's actually broken down by fee. Now, the fees do change year to year, just slightly for different reasons. Another thing that you can do if you were in the area, you can call the school and talk to one of our registrars or our counselors, who can also give you the exact same information if you wanted to talk to a live human being to get the same information. Ms. Balone, one thing that I did want to mention is you mentioned a college and career counselor. I specifically, Brianna, want you to talk to your career specialist. The career specialist is employed through Orange Technical College. So to further help the college and career specialist counselors that are there, we also have another person to help facilitate that process called a career specialist. And I would imagine Brianna probably knows who that is, but if she doesn't, she could find out very quickly, and it would be that career specialist that would have access to that application. So, but even though I'm sure that they talk very closely, so either one would probably get them to the same
I'm
goal.
going to drop that person's name in the chat for at university. Her name is Rebecca De Jesus. You guys probably
Yes.
know her over at university. We have a couple more questions. Do you want me to give them to you?
Yeah,
All
shoot them
right.
to me.
So, do
Absolutely.
you offer a dual enrollment for the cosmetology program?
You know, the answer is no, and it's not because Orange Technical College doesn't want to offer it. It's not available through the state of Florida to be able to offer it. The state of Florida, the Florida Department of Education, tells us what we can and cannot offer, and unfortunately, cosmetology is not one of them. But I'll tell you, if it was, it would be full, because that is probably the biggest question that I get, and it pains my heart to say the answer is no at this time for dual enrollment.
Well, we understand that, but the questions are coming in. Let me give you a couple more.
Please,
If my
please.
son attends OTC already and we moved counties, they now live in Sumter County, can he transfer what he has completed in Orange County? He's a senior at West Orange High School and dual enrolled currently.
So since he goes to a college, he is a college student. He has a college transcript. So absolutely, he all he needs to do is request that transcript, and he can take it to wherever he's going to, and then they'll be able to go through the incoming school to hopefully give him the credit that he has deserved, which that's usually the case. If you're going from a technical college to a college or a technical college to a technical college, it doesn't matter. That should not be an issue.
Great. My son is currently dual enrolled at Ocoee High School in the 3D animation program. If I choose to defer as an ESE student, is it necessary for him to return to Ocoee's campus? I don't know if that's a specific question that we may need to answer later, or if that's something you can, or maybe need some more information on.
So, I I'm going to hesitate to answer that because I think that we probably need to put him in touch with his counselor on
Okay.
that one in terms of the deferment, because I definitely don't want to steer anybody wrong on that one.
Yeah, so check with your school counselor at Ocoee High School for
W-
that um, for
Would
that
absolutely
information.
be able to give very specific advice on that one.
Yeah. Now, because we are completing year one of your programs, will we have to complete the admissions process at Orange Technical?
So if I'm understanding the question
Yeah,
correctly, if they are starting as a dual enrollment student, but then needs to finish as an adult student, if that's what I'm understanding,
I think that's what we're,
um,
yeah.
so there is some minimal documentation that you have to do when you start a year, but let's say you bleed over into another year, whether that's a dual enrollment student to an adult student, or even returning into a, let's say, year two, because you started off late in the actual school year and you cross over into another school. Yeah, there, it's almost like you're re-enrolling, so it's minimal.
Okay, perfect. And can high school students continue to register for dual enrollment, like weekend programs now? Because the counselor said the program can conflict with his high school class. I think that might be a specific question at their school with credits now that I look at that.
So everybody's situation is fact dependent. And so you have to have a certain amount of space open in your schedule to come to any OTC Tech College campus to participate. So as long as there's nothing, because we want to make sure that your core studies are taken care of, right? So I
Mm,
would definitely go see a counselor to make sure that other areas of your schooling is taken care of and you're in good standing. And I would assume that that is the case. And if so, yeah, if you've qualified this year, you should qualify to just roll over into year two. No problem.
beautiful. And then if a student has an IEP, does that mean he has to enroll in the specialized career instruction comprehensive? I think it really depends on what that individualized educational plan entails, correct?
That is correct. And so
Okay.
the general answer there is no, because there's many
Okay.
students that have IEPs. So when you
Right.
enroll with us as a dual enrollment student, that career specialist helps to facilitate the process of making sure that that IEP reaches his or her teacher at the Tech College campus. So all of that will be honored. And so, but in terms of the Build Your Future program or the Specialized Career Instruction Comprehensive class, um, that is for students who typically they have aged out of high school, or so that's more of that sort of thing where so the answer is no. If you have an IEP, you are not, the only path for you is not Build Your Future or Specialized Career Instruction by far. But
Okay.
if you feel like you have a specific situation, please reach out to me or to anybody at OTC so we can get those conversations started.
Great. I don't want to steal the thunder of any of your presentation. So why don't we go back to your presentation? It may answer some of the questions in the chat because we do have quite a bit more, but I'd like to get back to your presentation and then we'll go back to some of those questions in just a little bit.
Sure, absolutely. I love the questions. Thank you for the
Yeah.
questions. All right, so here we go. So we do have dual enrollment eligibility. So if there's anybody on with us that wants to know about what that process looks like, and this isn't really the process, I guess you could say it's more of the details to be eligible as a dual enrollment student. So, you can be an OCVS student, you can be a homeschooled student, you can come from a private school, you can come from a charter school. You have to have a minimum of a 2.0 unweighted GPA, okay? And then in order to come to the Tech College campus, you have to either be enrolled as an 11th grader or a 12th grader. Now, I will tell you that Orange Technical College also places the same programs at at high school OCPS high school campuses. Now, not all of the programs are offered at the high school campuses, but so for instance, I'll give you for instance. I have what's called a building construction technologies program, and that is a bit of a survey course where you learn carpentry, you learn a little bit of plumbing, you learn electricity, and you learn masonry. And I have that program at 4 high schools right now, which is Apopka, Acceleration East High School, West Orange High School, and Olympia High School. Now, that's just one example, but Orange Technical College has their IT programs, their digital arts programs, their culinary arts programs, you name it, at many, 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 many OCPS high schools. So parents, if you want to know, you probably have Orange Technical College programs at your campus, so your child does not even need to leave their high school to attend Orange Technical College. It's the exact same program. We just pick it up and we place it at your high school, so it's more access for your student. So a little bit more about the process there. I will not read it to you. I'll just kind of let you see it there. But I mentioned the career specialist. That's going to be the key, because the career specialist is the one that is super duper knowledgeable about the OTC offerings, even though the career specialist is also there to facilitate any secondary options that we have as well. So meaning, not only does Orange Technical College offer career and technical education offerings, there's also secondary offerings, meaning high school based offerings that each high school offers as well. But if you're looking for that post-secondary credit, then this would be a part of that dual enrollment process. Okay, parents and students, here's something you absolutely need to know about. So it's not just where you come to our campus. We have a whole other model of education called registered apprenticeships. So what is a registered apprenticeship? One thing that I want to point your attention to is the word registered, because if it's not registered through the Florida Department of Education and also through the Department of Labor, it's not worth the paper the completion certificate is written on. Okay, so keep that in mind. Here are the registered apprenticeships that Orange Technical College offers across all of our campuses. You can see them on the screen here. So let me tell you what that means. So instead of coming here 5 days a week as an adult student, this is not a dual enrollment opportunity, unfortunately, because when you are a registered apprenticeship, you go to work day one. So let me give you an example. So we have an electrician. You see it says electrician FEET. FEET stands for Florida Electrical and Apprenticeship and Training. So day one, you go to work working for an electrical company. Now, you don't start off wiring houses, you start off as a helper, but that particular program, I believe, is a 3-year program. And so you receive structured raises and they bring you along slowly but surely, working your way up from a helper to actually wiring houses. You learn residential, you learn commercial, industrial, electricity wiring as well. And so instead of coming here 5 days a week, you come to our campus 2 nights a week. 2 nights a week to learn the theory behind what you're doing during the day. So how cool is that? 2 nights of instruction versus 5 days, right? Neither is wrong. Neither is right or wrong. It's a different model of education. Parents and students on here, let me tell you what the best part about this. Being a registered apprentice is absolutely free to you. It's absolutely free of charge to the apprentice. Now, I will tell you, as an Orange Technical College student, if you're dual enrolled, it's already free, right? If you come as an adult, you're only being charged $2.92 an hour. So you're getting just an excellent, excellent price and excellent value for your money. But being a registered apprentice, it's free, right? So there is an, and it is absolutely as viable whether you are a go through our career certificate program or a registered apprentice. Okay, we also, at all of our campuses, we offer adult general education programs. So think of the word adult general education like an umbrella, okay? And then under that umbrella, you have what's called adult basic education, and then GED prep, okay? So if you're, because remember, you take a test when you come to us. If your skill level for reading language or math is below ninth grade level, you are an adult basic education student. Once you hit that uh, above ninth grade, you are working on GED level material, which is high school material. Also under the adult general education umbrella is ESOL, which is learning to speak more fluent English. In order to take part in our adult general education programs, you have to be 16 years of age or older, and then you also have to take the CASAS entrance exam, which just helps to place you in the best class based on your knowledge level. So another thing that we do to offer GED and ESOL classes, you don't always have to come to us. We offer what's called adult and community education sites. So you can see the list hopefully on your screen there. We hold them at churches. We hold them at OCPS schools. We hold these ACE sites at community centers where essentially we come to you. So instead of maybe driving 5 miles, maybe you just drive a half of a mile to the school that's closest to you on the screen. So we try to make it as convenient as possible for you to be able to get that GED, to learn that English so you can progress with your career goals. Okay. As somebody mentioned, hey, if I've got an IP, what does that mean for me? What options do I have available? One thing I want you to know that just like any college that's worth its weight, we serve students with any sort of a disability. So if you have an IEP, if you have a 504, it doesn't matter. We also accept all of that. We have it's not a disability office, but we have representation that assists students and the Orange Technical College sites to make sure that if you have any sort of a disability, that you are served appropriately so you can get the education that you deserve and that you are entitled to. All right, and so the last slide I have here is my contact information, and I think that Ms. Balone also has that information. But here's my phone number and my email address. So if you want to have some very specific conversations about your son or daughter's situation or your own, please give me a call. So with that being said, thank you for your time. I'm here for any and all questions you got for me.
Awesome. I just put your contact information in the chat, and I have quite a bit of comments and questions for you. So let me
Good.
go back to where I left off. Does my son, I think you answered this, but I'm going to just in case, does my son have to be 18 to enroll? He is graduating from this year from high school.
No, you can be 17. In fact, when I graduated high school, I was 17 as well. You just have to be a graduate. Yeah,
Awesome.
meaning out of high school to be considered an adult student.
Wonderful. My son wants to enter the electricity program. Okay, I think it's the electrician program, and has
Mhm.
not yet started the application process. He graduates this year. What's the process? We live in South Chase.
You live in South Chase. Okay. Well, the process will be filling out that registration. What I would do is I would call the campus location, which is either going to be our South Campus, excuse me, or our West Campus, and I would call and talk to a counselor that's over that program. And so you can start that process right away because there is a little bit of documentation, and we can like start that process for you now. Talking to a live human being matters, I believe. And so let's get that process started because you have to have all of the prerequisite documentation entered to be considered as an eligible adult to register. So we want you to get all that stuff in. So I would call that campus as soon as you can to start the process.
Get that process rolling. Perfect. Okay, my son is graduating from Windermere High. Congratulations. And is
Awesome.
interested in HVAC. Not sure if we qualify for scholarships or grants. They have two questions. Which technical school is the closest to Windermere for that HVAC? And then, do you have a contact I can speak with regarding financial aid?
Absolutely. So Windermere, you would be closest to my campus, which would be the
That's what
one
I
in
thought.
one
Yeah.
in Ocoee. However, you've got options, right? So HVAC is offered at our South Campus and also at the West Campus where I'm at. So you would find out if what you qualify for, your son or daughter would qualify for, by calling the school, say, "Hey, I need to talk to somebody in financial aid." They'll patch you right through to financial aid, and then you can start that conversation. Your main contact can be me, right? So you can either call the school and say, "Hey, I need to talk to somebody in financial aid." It's as simple as that. Or you can call me and I can facilitate it. Either way, it gets you to the exact same end goal.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. Do parents need appointments or students need appointments to meet with the admissions staff at any of the campuses?
No, you can walk
Oh,
right in. We make it as easy as possible for you.
wow.
So no appointment is necessary. Just walk on in.
That is so awesome. Okay, this one's three questions. You ready for it?
Gotcha. I'm
All
ready.
right. Is the financial aid a grant or a loan? That's the first one.
Wonderful question. So at Orange Technical College, we do not offer loans. That is one of the things that differentiates us from other people. So we offer scholarships. We offer federal financial aid that's not federally based as well, right? So there's federal assistance, and then there is more localized through scholarships, right? So there's a multitude of options that you have available to you.
That's wonderful. And then this is a great question. Once the student finishes a program, does the college help with job placement?
Oh, yes, we do. And let me tell you why. So, because we are an accredited institution, any college you go to, you want it to be accredited. Okay. A part of our accreditation states that we have to meet three metrics to stay open, to keep our doors open. The first one is completion. We have to track and monitor and submit to our accrediting body that how many of our students complete the program. The second metric that we have is how many students are placed into industry. And the last one is if there is a license, such as let's say a cosmetology license, you have to have a license to be a cosmetologist. How many of the students have obtained that? There are certain percentages that we have to meet in order to stay in business. If we do not meet any of those, if we do not meet even one of those, the completion, the placement, or the licensure required percentages, we have 1 year to fix it, or we have to close the program. Okay. So we are very invested in your success. So because of that, we have, and by the way, it's just the right thing to do, right? It's just the right thing to do. So we have what's called a career services department. And before you exit our program, we make sure that you have employment lined up or you have a series of people that you're going to talk to and you have access to us. Once you're an alumni, you're never done with us. You're always a part of our team. You're always a part of us as Orange Technical College. So even if a year, 2, 5 years down the road, if you're needing some contacts for placement, we've always got you. Okay. So yes, that's the long answer for we absolutely offer placement assistance. We like
I love
keeping our
that.
doors open.
Yes, I love that. And parents love to know that their students are going to find a job. um,
Absolutely.
Building Your Future, is that offered at all campuses, the Building Your Future program
It is
or
not.
course?
It is
Okay.
only offered at the West Campus where I'm at.
Okay.
I would love for it to branch out, and that very well is a possibility down at some point down the road. But right now, it's just at the
That's
West
where we're at.
Campus.
Okay, we have another graduate, Rose. She's graduating from Cypress Creek High School, and
Good
her
job.
passion is film directing. Which campus provides classes or certifications that can already serve as credits that may be considered when she starts Valencia in the spring? Are there any courses or classes offered there?
So for those sorts of classes, they would be offered at our South Campus and our East Campus. So, Rose, I
Okay,
want you to go on our website and I want you to look at the programs that are offered at the South and the East Campus. And there's a lot of different types of cinema and right up that alley, right? So there's a lot of different directions you can go, right? So the biggest thing that you're going to have to do is decide which one of those paths. You can do multiple paths because a lot of those programs are also fairly short in length, right? So if you're like, hey, I'm really interested in this facet, maybe that's one or more programs. And while you're young and you've got the time to be able to do it and invest in your future, now's the time. So my suggestion is look on the website, call the campuses, the one or both of the campuses that offer that, so you can speak to a live human being and get you all of your direct questions answered.
I just love all these questions and all the information. We have a couple more, and I think you answered this, but I'm not sure. How can I register for the apprenticeship programs?
Very
Again,
good question. So first thing you're going to do is you can well, I want you to get into contact with me. Is what I want you to do, and then I will direct you to the right apprenticeship coordinator. So send me an email, give me a phone call, and then I'll connect you right away. I will tell you that we're getting late into the school year. So the next big registration process is going to, or opportunity is going to be in August.
wonderful. And I put your information in the chat again, so people can reference that. Is there an ACT or an aptitude exam for individual programs?
So there's a list of things that we will take, right? And so your by you graduating high school, that's one of the big ones, right? So you're already done. Okay. So we like to keep those barriers nice and low, if not remove every single one of them. But ACT scores is one of them, and like I said, there's a large number of them. Once you get that high school diploma, done.
You're good. Oh, right. And what is the field job placement within 1 year of graduation?
What is the field job
Job
placement? Can
placement.
I?
That is
Um,
from Sherry. Sherry, if you want to clarify that or um, give us a little bit more information.
yeah, to
Which location is near Lake Nona? What would be the closest OTC
that
near
would
Lake Nona?
be our East Campus
East Campus?
and our Avalon campus. Those would be the two that are the farthest out east. And then followed by that would be our main campus and our South Campus.
Okay, I'm going to put the East in there again, so you all have that. And then there is not is there HVAC on at the East Campus?
There is not. That
Okay,
particular campus is digital arts and IT, and let me explain why. So you may have noticed that there is a bit of a concentration of programs that we have. Like in my campus, there are cosmetology classes and construction classes. The East Campus is IT and digital arts. We have two programs that are just medical. And then our South Campus is larger, so we have more career clusters that are available. And the reason why we do that is I want you to think about your favorite restaurant. I know what my favorite restaurants are, and I will pass 10 restaurants to go to the place I know I'm going to get a great meal, right? So so that model of education where all the like programs are on the same campus, that's called the institutional model, where all of the experts are under the same roof, right? So if you look at a lot of big colleges, they have smatterings of programs where they've got this one program here and this one program there and this one way over here. Getting those experts to talk And to create an excellent and consistent product is hard because of the
Mm,
distance and the time and the ability to collaborate. So we have brought all the experts under one roof so you can have that great meal no matter where you go, right? So you may have to drive a little bit farther, but you are going to have the best education possible because all the experts are together.
wonderful. Thank you so much. Here we go. Now we're getting our clarification from Ms. Sherry. So
Good,
job
good.
placement percentages of, I thought that's where we were going. Job placement of percentages of students actively working inside the career field where they studied. What is that percentage a year after they graduate? Do they stay in that field? Are they, do you have any
Gotcha.
data on
Good,
that?
good question. And the
Mm,
answer is no. And I'm going to tell you why I don't have it in front of me. We offer about 60 career and technical education programs that we provide people for. And so I don't have that in front of me. But let me tell you what I can tell you now. So our accrediting body states that at least 60% of our students have to complete a program. Out of that 60%, 70% have to have to obtain placement into the field that we prepared them for. Okay, so 60% completion, 70% placement. Now, I will tell you that that bar is very low. I personally think that that bar is low. The vast majority of our programs have between 80 and 100% placement. Okay. So now what we are responsible for is making sure you obtain placement. Our accrediting body does not say that we have to track you a year out. Okay. And by that time, people are moving up. They're moving, they're really revving up. They're really going with their career at that point. So I can give you data on specific programs if you wanted to have that talk offline. But let's just say, for instance, right now, throughout this point of the year, for my construction programs, they're all in the 90% for placement, right? So because have that career services department and because our instructors are very highly connected with industry, we pick up the phone and we call, we say, hey, we got 20 students ready to go. And they're like, give me, they're calling, they're coming up to do interviews at school before they're even done with the program. So placement is not a problem. And I
yeah.
don't say that to like I'm only going to tell you what I can guarantee. Placement is not a problem.
Wonderful. A couple more. My son, another graduate, is graduating from Horizon. Way to go. And he
Awesome.
wants to go to automotive tech. He's been accepted to UTI. However, I mentioned he should consider here. What campus would that be and how does it work?
Awesome. So, congratulations to your son. That's awesome. Automotive, that's a great way to go. You can make a ton of money, have a great lucrative career. So, at the South Campus, that's by the Millennium Mall off of Oak Ridge Road, is going to be the school that we have a number of automotive based programs. So, let me just tell you a few of them. Okay. We have a diesel technician program. So, you can work on diesel motors like semis, that sort of thing. We have programs with Toyota where we partner with Toyota. We have a similar program with Lexus, which is owned by Toyota. We have one with Mazda, and then we have one that works on everything, right? So for your technician programs. So we are partnering with Toyota. We are partnering with Lexus. We are partnering with Mazda. So where you would go straight to work for those companies, and that's where you're going to go to work, making a whole lot of money. So my only suggestion is, and this is the way I believe with any of our programs, do your due diligence, right? Um, UTI, I am sure that they are great in their own right. All we can do is tell you what we do, how we do it, the certifications that you can come out with. You can view the facilities, and also you can look at the cost. I really want you to look at the cost because just generally, not speaking about UTI, but between private and public, there is a vast difference. But After you've done your research, I know that you're going to come up with whatever is the best decision for your son. He's going to make the best choice, and it's going to be the right one.
Awesome. My dad was a automotive tech for years, so I understand that life. Yep.
Great
Can you
feeling.
go over the registration timeline for a current junior who is looking to possibly enroll for? It's a female who's looking possibly to enroll for her upcoming senior year.
Gotcha. Okay. So she's a junior, going to be a senior next year. So there is an application process for any high school student who wants to be accepted into Orange Technical College. Again, because we are a college, there is an application process. So I can't remember if there was a name attached, but I want him or her to go find their career specialist at their school. Every single OCPS high school has a career specialist and say, hey, I want to register as a dual enrollment student. Now, I will tell you that we're actually accepting students as of tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big day where we start sending out acceptance emails and letters to say, hey, congratulations, you've been accepted into Orange Technical College as a dual enrollment student. But all is not lost, okay? Number one, I want you to find out what the programs are at your current campus, at your current high school. And then I still want you to fill out that dual enrollment application because there will be some programs that fill up slower or faster than others, right? But go get that dual enrollment application filled out tomorrow, because right now time is of the essence.
That is so exciting for tomorrow. I'm
It
excited for you
is.
guys. Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, so
Um,
excited.
that is all the questions we have right now. I'll stay on just a little bit longer in case anyone else has any more questions, but I have just been so enlightened. Thank you so much for your time this evening with us. I do want to share with parents in case you want to join us if you enjoyed tonight's and found this information helpful for your student and your family or even a friend. We'd love to invite you to our next in person Parent Academy event. It's happening this weekend, Saturday, April 18th from 10 to 1 at Glenridge Middle School. It's our ESE Transition Fair. This ESE Transition Fair is open to all K through 12 students and their families. We are preparing a morning filled with valuable information, resources, and tools. Community partners will be there, presentations focused on that transition planning, guidance to help your student prepare for the next chapter in his or her life, especially early planning for life after graduation. So you can certainly join us. I will put the link in the chat if you would like to register. Of course, walk-ins are welcome. And then to explore more Parent Academy events, please visit the OCPS website under Parent Academies and Trainings. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment and share on YouTube with others who may benefit. And I'll check that chat one more time to see if we have any more comments or questions. Oh, we do. Okay.
Awesome.
Um, hi, do sophomore or juniors apply tomorrow for dual enrollment as well?
So if you are, so we accept applications for rising juniors and rising seniors. So if you are going to be a junior or you're going to be a senior, those are the people who fill out that application.
Okay. And the ideal application timing for current sophomores would be
For
they're juniors
sophomores,
next year,
so yeah, so
rising.
we are about a year out, right? So we do what's called, well, just technical college tours, where you are actually going to be able to, before you make a commitment, right? Because it's a big commitment. You get to get on a bus and go to any OTC campus that we have so you can view the facilities, you can talk to the teachers, you can talk to the current students. And actually, I think you get presentations from the students as well. So I want you to go find out who your career specialist is and always keep up with that person. So when it's time for campus tours, so when you become a junior, you will know exactly when it is. So stay close to that career specialist.
So we need to get with our career specialist tomorrow, especially if you are interested in the program. Are there weekend programs?
Most of them there are not. And now
Okay,
I don't want to claim that there are none. But because there might be some, but by and large the answer is no, that we have daytime programs and we also have some nighttime programs, but those nighttime programs are just for adults.
awesome. Well, we are almost out of time. I want to again thank you all for joining us this evening, and thank you, Mr. Weidel, for joining us and sharing so much about OTC. We can certainly see your passion for the program. I wish I had it. If I don't know, maybe I wouldn't be here today if I had that in my back pocket. So thank you so much. All of our parents are sharing their accolades and thanks as well. So again, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you at our ESE fair this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you to you all.
Thank you.